How are y'all doing today? Welcome back. We are here.
Yo, we still nice with it.
Another podcast, brother.
We nice with it.
Hey,
Hey,
man, we still nice with it, man. Know what I mean? Playing with it. But
Rest in peace, Dale Earnhardt.
Know what I mean? Rest in peace. I didn't know he passed away. When he passed away?
many years ago.
Oh, I'm thinking it's a junior or something.
No, this is
Damn,
Pops.
man.
Pops is my
Man,
favorite. Yo,
gotcha,
I used to rock.
Gotcha.
I still got Dale Earnhardt racing jackets when Cavs was rocking racing jackets like it was
Oh,
fly.
wow.
Yo, yeah.
Interesting.
R.I.P. Rest in peace, Dale Earnhardt. My cousin Tia died the same way. Hit that turn hard.
Oof. Oof. Jeez. How you doing, man?
We out here, baby.
Out here. Same here, man. Same here. I am out here. You know?
No, yeah.
Trying to be fearless as possible.
fearless.
Trying to be fearless. A little bit, you know.
Sometimes you gotta be fearless in a world of
Scary folks.
Ah, yes, absolutely.
You know?
The times we living in, man, it's a little aggressive. You gotta be like on your toes now, man.
Yeah, man.
Gotta be on your toes.
You know, it's funny. It's like, I don't know, it's like everybody just scared nowadays, to be honest. It's like, they're scared of change, they're scared of what's coming, they just, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out the word to say it, but it's just a lot of scary moments right now, man. Scary moments, scary.
No matter how you look at it, you going into a business meeting, you scared. You're dealing with certain situations where you don't know people. You know, whatever situation that you in, and you over there, you know, meeting people you don't know, trying to make transactions. You scared.
And
my thing is, it's not about being scared. My thing is, it's the unknown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I say the unknown, like I've seen some stuff. So that part doesn't affect me. It's the fact of the unknown, what's around the next corner. You know what I'm saying? I
mean, I can agree. And I guess that's where we gotta start. I feel like just gotta take a risk. Somehow, some way. Not just a little bit. It don't gotta be full-fledged risk.
No.
But I think it just gotta be like some sort of risk though. Like just take a risk. I think we do not take risks no more.
I don't think it's not that we don't take risks. I think it's the fact that I think we talked about this in many episodes ago. It's the fact that people were scared to make that jump and not knowing what. Like I said, It's the fact of the unknown.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about what I see in front of me. It's what's around the corner that I don't know. It's me having to, doing slice the pie, as we used to say in the military. When you walk into a room or like even in a building, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the fear of the unknown that's more scary than. And I think that's how they kind of desensitized us a lot. They done gave us so much in the entertainment industry. They gave us so much gore and violence.
I was just about to ask
desensitizes us.
Why you think that though, and they desensitized your reasoning. I think it's also when you grow up having to have one laser focus on one thing, like because I think times have changed a lot where we don't have the opportunity of looking at multiple things at one time now, and I mean that in a way where
it's kind of
like parenting, right? I feel like parenting should be fun. It shouldn't be scary. It shouldn't be so planned out. I think it should just be serious at times, but it should be a fun, learning, engaging experience. You know what I mean?
You have to understand. It depends what kind of parents you have and how you grew up. You know what I'm saying? Did you have parents that did things on the women and it was cool? Or do you have parents that did things that was on a schedule and you better follow the schedule?
Yeah.
Or do you have parents that promised you certain things that didn't go through the way you wanted them to go through? So parenting is a very hard thing.
Because something happens.
Especially when you're fresh into it.
Yeah, because something happens in life where we get like, because I honestly feel like when we were young, teenagers per se, and back, right? Like, we were just fearless. Not saying because we didn't have any consequences, because there definitely was consequences around, but there was something that made us, that made something intriguing. There was something that we found interesting, and we wanted news on that particular thing.
Bro,
it seemed like as we get older, though, man.
I'll give you a great example. I still hop fences.
Yeah.
If I have to.
Yeah.
How crazy is that for you to tell a child like, yo, I'd have a fence, or you say things like, yo, we used to jump on rooftops. They're like, what does that even mean?
For real. But now we get into adult stages, and it's like that. It's like we take growing up, and we take that whole growing up aspect and that grown word, like I'm grown now, and it seemed like we take that, and when we mention that word and evolve into it, everything before which was in our childhood we deem as kiddyless,
but you have to,
or kitty. I'm like, but I have to honestly say though, but are those moments not what made you who you are as a person today?
I think we're the perfect generation for that, because you have to think about, think of our generation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dyno bikes, GTs, outside. I think we're kind of like the last generation of that.
Yeah.
So think about those things that we did. Then we got older, but we still remember those things, and for some of us still think we can do it, right?
Yeah.
But that was our childhood. Now think about your parents trying to mention them doing something for their childhood. It doesn't coordinate. Think about your grandparents that try to do the same thing. It doesn't coordinate. So we still have, like I said before, but we see like kids on like. If I see a kid like on a bike, I'm thinking like this.
But that's the same thing that I'm talking about now, though. You ever seen those movies with those older people? They about to be they're not on their deathbed, but they're just older, and some of them feel like life is just kicking them, and life is over, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Cocoon, perfect example.
Damn.
That's a old flick.
If you ain't seen Cocoon, check out
Cocoon is a perfect example of what
I think Don Amici was in that movie.
I have no idea who that is.
Don Amici was also in Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, amazing comedian.
Okay.
Don Amici was in Trading Places. He was one of the brothers that was Mortimer, him and his brother Mortimer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Don Amici, classic comedian.
But those, so not even trying to give a synopsis or anything on that movie, but they were older, they were just swimming, chilling, doing whatever. Some of them were feeling like just like whatever. And then something happened and they got their spunk, right? And they got their spunk and they remembered what life was about. And they just started reliving, started doing it wasn't like they were doing the effery stuff as a child. They were doing the things that made them who they are today.
Oh, Dip, even the Quaker Oat man was in the movie.
And I feel like
the Quaker Oat, I remember the Quaker Oat dude.
I don't remember that dude.
The dude with the mustache, the Quaker Oat man. You remember the Quaker Oat?
Him?
Yeah, the Quaker Oat man.
Got you. Oh, that is right.
Yeah. And he was a Marine, hoorah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Sorry, we just went off topic with that one.
But no, but that's a perfect example of a movie that I'm talking about.
Right.
They lost their spunk, or they lost whatever. They got old. Aliens came, did whatever, gave them that life back.
Mm-hmm.
Gave them that life back so much that they was willing to go with the aliens at the end of the movie. Like, screw this.
Yeah.
Let me go with y'all.
Take me.
I am ready.
Right.
Like, whatever y'all gonna do with us, because you done gave me the best ending of my life that I can.
I'm good.
Think
I can deal with this.
Whatever it is, y'all gonna zap me, do whatever. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think we missing that part of life, man. It's like, and that's what I try and fight for me, and you and everybody that's around. I try and fight for that, man.
Well, you have to understand.
Sometimes, man, we be so and
so bogged down with so much stuff.
And then y'all,
I said this before. We grew up wanted to be adults so bad. Then we signed a contract that basically said we're allowed to be adults and make adult decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's some good thing on tea.
Is that tea good?
That's tea good. I'm just saying. But keep on.
I ain't knocking you. Man, you know, we tea drinkers, man. So, you know, maybe that'd be a pretty positive sponsor for us for tea. Just saying.
Green tea. Purple tea. Somebody out there.
Somebody out there, if you're watching and you like to drink tea,
shout out.
Take care of that, definitely. That's what we do. We drink tea. Mm-hmm. This isn't what y'all think it is. We like drinking tea.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you sign the contract of being older an adult, then you become an adult, and then after you become an adult and realize what entails with being an adult, and you like this, I can't take this no more. And for some people, fight through it. Yeah. And then you have some people that say, I want someone to be my daddy all over again, which is the government. Yeah. To take care of you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it is true. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, I don't want to go to work. And people might not like when I say this, and I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people that get out of the military, a lot of people can't take it. First thing they do is try to find a governmental contractor job because they're used to that stability. So when they try to go back into that aspect, you're basically still under that same structure. Yeah. You can't deal with taking care of things yourself. You know that you have some type of bubble. I know people might not like that I said that, but it's the truth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They go back into government jobs, go back into contractor jobs because they're used to that stability. Okay. Yeah, you're right. But in a nutshell, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I guess this work out, man, because you get the good sides of, like, you get to see that side of things, and you get to see this side of things. Right. That's why I like this podcast, man. When you think about stuff like that, because you really don't get that aspect when you see these guys come back from serving at all. And that's for any of the. Some people luck out. Some people luck out. They're able to jump in and bounce back. Some people it takes a lot more time to get into it. I was one of them. And sometimes it took me some time to get into a mindset of Uncle Sam ain't gonna be able to pamper you anymore. It's time to find something. And I know some people that can't even deal with it to the point where they just keep on volunteering to what do you call those? Keep going on tours. Oh yeah. I knew a lot of guys that were just my uncle was like that, was one of those tours. They couldn't adapt. They can't adapt. They couldn't adapt to civilian life. And my uncle was an old school one where when 9/11 happened, again, mind you, my uncle was probably in his 40s around that time, maybe early 40s, and he was with the stuff like sign me up, ready to rock, and was gone. And I was like, dude, that dude lived for this stuff, man. Some people. This dude lived. I've met people that couldn't adapt to civilian life so much that they would just go on tours and tours and tours, not knowing what damage that it caused their family. I understand you want to go, you believe you're defending your country, but at the same time you're destroying your family because you're not there. You know what? Let's take this kind of example. A Tom Brady situation. Tom Brady was supposed to have been gone. He told his old lady, Giselle, that he was about to be done. This dude. Yeah. You need that fix that you have from the crowd, from the people that are praising you. You absorb that so much that you're so used to that you probably can't think of a day where you can't have that, even though you have a family. When you're in that kind of world, you're so used to it. Oh, you know what? Let's take it one step further.
You know what?
Hold on, real quick. One step further. If anybody has ever seen Paid in Full with Mekhi Phifer, before
We were just talking about this.
And before he got out the whip with AZ, and he said, "I love the game. If I leave the game, will the game remember me?" He felt that if he stopped, he didn't have that chemical neurological imbalance of understanding of what the euphoria of was acceptance. So if Mitch left the game, will those same people that always slapped him up, gave him fives, always gave him the wink and the gun, would they still be there? Think of that as Tom Brady. With those same fans, but mind you, you're older, and it's time for you to be done. But still mentally and psychologically, you like this. Will the game still love me if I leave?
Now, think about it this way, too. Think about the Mekhi Phifers that's in every city and state and neighborhood. And that's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people, yo.
Of course.
Because
you want to be done.
That's a lot of people.
But that chemical imbalance inside of you of wanting appeasement from others, because I fell victim to that.
Especially with Brady too, because
I
that man that went from a cold Boston area.
It's not even that.
Florida lifestyle.
It's not even that.
I'm just saying because that plays a part.
It does play a part.
I'm saying like a small. It can play a portion.
Play a part.
Not saying it's a big portion, but just because that's a whole different type of love now, where you got.
But you know what?
When that's a different type of atmosphere.
When you have it, and wherever you go, people are still absorbed to you like a magnet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an issue. But now you like this. Hey, I gotta be done with this. I don't want to do it no more. And in the back of your mind, you're like this. Will people still love me when I'm done?
Yeah.
And I'm finished. And this kind of goes back to this, what we're calling this episode. Are you afraid? For some, are you afraid of the dark?
Mm-hmm.
And if a lot of those that remember in our era, we had a TV show called Are You Afraid of the Dark? And they told stories and gave, you know what I'm saying? So
you coming from a brother that ain't had no cable. I don't know none of them stories from that dang on show.
Come on, bro.
I'm dead serious, yo.
You never
had cable.
You never had cable?
Never had cable to the point where I watched any of that. But I know the names of shows though. Like what was the one with the monsters with the dude holding the little two little eyes and stuff? That was on Nickelodeon. No, it was on Nickelodeon. With the monsters and the one dude was walking around with his two eyeballs in his hand and all that other crap. It was a cartoon. But I'm gonna say Monsters Under the Stairs.
No. Real Monsters.
Yeah, but
I actually did a beat with that one. Beast Mode.
We're gonna have to start finding some licenses for these beats, man. ASAP, for real. But no.
But yeah, so I understand that for those that had a chance to watch it or people that remember those things, these things play a major part. Mm-hmm. All right, and as when me, are you afraid? Are you afraid of the unknown? Are you afraid of taking that step? Are you afraid of taking that leap? Are you afraid to make that step into not only bettering yourself or bettering people around you? Are you able to take that step of dropping people that you believe are holding you back?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for a lot of people.
So are you afraid of letting things go that you feel that are a hindrance to you? For you.
Yeah, and afraid too. Cause yeah, man. This is a good conversation because
are you afraid to cut some family members off?
Because I was at a time. I'm not anymore.
Are you afraid to cut friends off?
Was at a time, but not anymore.
And both sides may feel a certain way about it. Not knowing the betterment of you is having to step back to see the full peripheral and the full view instead of you continually going head first. They might not understand that. I'll tell you what, they'll understand the after effect when things start going and rolling around. but they won't understand the process. We got a thing in Buffalo, what we say about our Buffalo Bills is trust the process. And for some people, trusting the process may take some time.
It took a lot of time for us, I'll tell you that much.
So you may need to trust the process. You may need to cut certain people off. They may not understand it. When you get to where you need to get, maybe they'll see it. But for the most part, in the back, you're gonna be dogged. You're gonna be name called. You're probably gonna be chatty pattied about on the phone between certain family members or friends or whatever. But guess what? For the betterment of you, you might want to keep doing what you need to do. Because like I said, it's about the after effect. The whole situation, why it's going, is totally different. Oh, he got a buttered bun. I don't know, what are you going to do with that buttered bread? What are you doing with that buttered bread? And all of a sudden you start seeing the steak stuff put on the side of it. Oh, I didn't know he had that going on.
Butter. Now you made me hungry.
Oh, that's what you're doing with that buttered bread. Oh, that's what you're doing with that toast. You are the toast.
Man, I'm trying.
You are the Philly cheesesteak.
It was a song too. Let's make. Oh, Dollar. My man Dollar, rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
Let's make a toast. We ain't never going back to being broke. Something, make a boast. Hey, let's make a toast, yo, for real. So, dang, man.
It's real.
It's real, man. It's real. But definitely, man, I feel like the people that's scared, though,
it's okay to be scared.
it's okay. And fine, and you're gonna get through. As long as you fight through. I learned, man, you really gotta be a fighter in this world. And that don't got nothing to do with no dang on color, man.
No, it don't.
The
It
color
nothing to do with
depend
color.
on.
Because the color construct was created to divide us in the first place.
But this world, you have to be
You have to.
consistent.
And
fighter.
finding like-minded people that are fighters like you.
Yep.
If I know I'm going to a war and he got the same mindset as me, there's no reason why.
I
What do you do?
Trust that person.
What do you do? Well, I do this and the third. All right, you my offensive guy. Blah, blah, blah. What do you do? That's my defensive guys. What do you do? That's my strategist. What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. That's the guy that's in charge of my directional onslaught. It's okay. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to not know. But not knowing is not an excuse for you to keep progressing.
And that's where growth comes from. Being scared, learning, failure, bumping your head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times, all that good stuff, man. Life is fear. You know what I mean? Life is scary.
Life is scary, especially if you're not born with a.
Every day, walking out, man, I'm scared when I walk to my car in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a couple of instances when living alone and some things happened and I passed out and woke up and I'm like, yo, this is scary to be.
The fear of the unknown.
Whew.
Gets you every time. Like I said, I'm quite sure he can attest to this too. We've seen some shit. We've seen some stuff.
Definitely.
So because we've seen it, we're kind of accustomed to it. And that goes for a lot of people in certain areas. But I'm not scared of that. It's the fact of the unknown, of not knowing what's around that corner. What I'm not capable of stopping because I don't know it's there. You at home and somebody break into your car and you didn't know. It's the fear of the unknown because now you feel that someone done something to you as a person, which they have, and you couldn't stop it, even though you thought you took care of it by locking your doors. And you're still like, I put my alarm on, I got my cameras on, yada yada yada. But you slip up one way and it don't happen. And then boom, somebody break into your vehicle. The fear of the unknown, even though you were prepared for it, but didn't know it was going to happen. That's what I'm saying. In a nutshell.
what the heck that was real fast.
But that thing, it popped, and probably was squeezing it.
Nah, it just, well, yeah, probably squeezing it when I was drinking.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy, man. You gotta really take these things off when you sipping on camera. That's interesting. Cause it's really free promo because people watch. And I did not really pay that much attention to understanding that in the beginning. It was like, yo, yeah, especially if you saying something real and the like-minded people can agree and they see what you do. Like, oh, this dude, that's what you. Prices go up and what?
Hey, I see you got that blah blah blah.
Learn from Nelly. I guess that's why Nelly keep on boasting about it. I'm the one that made made the price go up. And did you get paid though for it?
I'm trying to tell you.
Keep on boasting about something that you ain't even. You just. I guess that's art. That for you. And that ain't even real. I don't want to say it's real art, but the song was. But
right, you'd be amazed. Even certain people, you know, even entertainers or whatever, they put certain things in front of them or whatever, and the first thing they do is I don't drink that. So they'll move it out of the screen.
Kanye West, are you scared? I know Kanye. I don't know. You think he's scared?
I don't know if we got enough time for that. Once you bring that one up, I don't know.
No, listen. It's just a general question. Is it yay or nay, Negro? But I don't know. I think he is, and I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. The reason why I say I don't think he is because he knows what that entailed by saying that. And in the essence of him saying that, and you can catch this is not nothing to do with Good Neighbors. This has nothing to do with Dreo. This is just my point of view. He knew that when he said those things that he was going to be dropped from his company, from the companies that wanted him, that the contracts that he couldn't get out of. Mm-hmm. So this is basically going to make him start from scratch and create his own brand. And people don't understand that.
I mean, because once you get a good product, there's no denial.
Oh, you got the product.
Nobody denies
the
product. Or people nobody denies the innovative products.
No, you might not like him or whatever he said. You may not be appreciative of that. Or whatever way you may feel. He still has a fan base. Mm-hmm. And because he has a fan base, his fan base is going to support him.
I wonder what that new design going to look like. That joint probably going to be crazy.
We've seen what he can do. From the first stages of the NK brand to the Audi brand.
He did something with Audi? Audi? That's how you pronounce that? Audi?
No, I was just basically talking about dudes.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. Yeah, and I brought that up because we just speaking on like just are you scared?
Are you scared?
I don't think so. That man.
No, but that's not even the big thing. The big thing is, are the people that know the truth, are you scared to back him? Even though you know the truth, but you're scared to speak on it. Not even just
Nori still doing stuff?
I don't know what Nori doing.
Last interview, I know he did the Jeezy joint, but I think that was before.
Well, that's basically.
I think that was common. I think that was before the release of the Kanye joint. But I don't think he did one this week. Let me double check that.
You double check that because what I know is when you speak on certain things, you get blacklisted.
Because that's on Revolt, I'm assuming.
That is correct. Revolt TV, which is owned by, I'm sorry, is that Diddy?
No, somebody else.
Oh yeah, Diddy. Well, we know Diddy as being, but it's amazing how Diddy it's amazing how Diddy just became a billionaire after basically everybody dropping Kanye from being a billionaire. Now Diddy's a billionaire, and the people that basically blacklisted Easy for saying certain things are friends with Diddy.
Yo, that's interesting. I know because the Boozy interview came out before that Kanye joint, right? Yeah, he ain't been doing much since that Kanye, because I think Jeezy joint was probably pre-recorded.
When they waved that manila folder and say, hey, get in line.
Dang, that's crazy.
You better get in line.
That's interesting.
And that might be it for tonight. Are you afraid of the dark?
Y'all have a good one, man. Yo, I like that theme too. Good theme for this month. Roll out the end of the month. Are you afraid of the dark, man? Y'all have a good day, man. Good weekend.